Danny, obvious frustration and disappointment about the postponement, but a chance for you and your staff maybe to get out to games and watch future opposition?
Yeah, I think so, Dave. I think we were naturally disappointed and frustrated that the game was called off. For us, it's always to try to see the positive in it in every situation, and control what we can control. And yeah, as soon as we knew that the game was off, the boys came in and they trained, and that's given us some extra preparation going into the Walsall game. It also allowed our staff to get out and watch future opposition. I think Nicky and I got out and watched Cowley and Notts County. All the staff were out watching games ultimately, which was good, because obviously we have 11 games now in a 42-day period. So it's good for us to be aware of the opponent, and it's the game being called off was frustrating. It certainly wasn't for the want of trying. Everybody was out over the weekend and on Monday. I've worked at a number of clubs. Very rarely do you see the sporting director, head of commercial, stadium manager, yourself, the media guys, all the commercial department, the ticket office, head of academy, even the owner and his family, everybody on the pitch, everybody out trying to help. There's a huge will here. Unfortunately, the facts are that we've had the wettest February pretty much in history in this part of the world. Even on Tuesday when the game was called off, we had torrential rain for most of the day, and at the moment the pitch can't cope with it, and that's just where it is. And we're trying to do all we can to try to find solutions. And I think what's really important is that we all suck up the frustration and disappointment, and we ultimately use that to fuel us.
Yeah, and you mentioned 11 games to go there. Is it important to not think of it as 11 games just for the players, just to concentrate on the next one, which is obviously Walsall on Saturday?
What we just see is such an exciting period. We have 42 days, we have 11 games to change the course of our lives. And that's what it is, isn't it? Because ultimately, we know what's at stake, we know how important it is, and we're gonna embrace it and we're gonna attack it. And yeah, for us, I think that you versus yourself mentality, you can easily be weak and look at other results and worry about what's going on around you. But I think for us, and of course we're aware of the results. And Tuesday, some of the teams around us won. And you know what? For me, I woke up Wednesday thinking, oh, okay, the stakes have just got a bit higher, but so are the rewards. Because the reward of achieving what we want to this season will be an even better feeling when we do. So yeah, I think for us just to keep being the optimist, keep being positive, keep embracing the challenge in front of us, and it's a brilliant challenge. It's going to require everybody that has Colchester in their heart, everybody that loves the football club. We have to come together now. We have to stick together and we have to fight together. And I know that if we do that, and absolutely that starts with myself, Nicky, the staff and the players, we have to give you something to fight for. But to come together, and if we do that, then these 11 games, these 42 days, 7 of them are at home. And how good will it be for us to, in that really short period, to come together, to connect and to find a way.
I mean, want that to start straight away against the Walsall side that have got plenty to fight for themselves at the other end of the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Nicky and I watched them last week. Doncaster, they played at home. Walsall, they were a good team. I think a lot to respect. Playing a 5-3-2 formation, had a really good January. Their form since then, they're right at the top of the form guide. I think that they're a team that ask a lot of questions of you defensively. They can play forward quite quickly. They get lots of crosses in the box. They get good numbers in the box. They can also score from set pieces. And they carry threat in that moment as well. But for us, I think we've had the full week on the training pitch. We've had a couple of extra days preparing for this game. I think it's very early in our development as a group, so every training session can be vital to us at the moment. while we keep trying to connect the players, develop the understanding, and develop the relationships within the team. So it's been a good week, but now we have to turn that good week into a performance on Saturday. And you know, we go back to last Saturday and we dominated the ball and dominated territory, but we didn't carry enough goal threat. So for us this week to look at ways for us to improve that, I think has been really important. And also defensively, you know, you look at our numbers statistically, we're right at the top of the division, but we now have to turn that into clean sheets as well. And for us to be ruthless at both ends of the pitch, I think is going to be vital in getting the outcomes that we all want.
Yeah, and the Barrow game, you had Harry and Jayden back involved. Another week on the training ground will be good for them, you know, and making sure they're stronger than they were even before then. And at the other end, Zach Mitchell and Figra Kelleher aren't too far away either. No,
yeah, we've got really good news in terms of the injury situation. I suppose the only negative is Manny, who picked up the injury against Barrow. So now he just recovered after an 8-week injury with the right knee and a medial ligament injury, and now he's done exactly the same on the left knee. So we're waiting on a specialist to decide what happens next. We're hoping that it won't need surgery, but we'll have more understanding of the time frame once he sees the specialist next week. On the positives, I think we have Samson back, which was just great news. So positive. He's trained all week, just brings such personality, such character, such good energy, which I love. Kels and Zach are both now back fit and training, and hopefully we'll go into full training next week, which will give us lots more options, which is so important to the group with so many games coming thick and fast. Colin Wilkinson as well is back, and yeah, like you alluded to, the likes of Awara now played last Friday, did really well last Friday against Bristol City. He's had another week on the training ground. Fevs, Harry Anderson have had more rhythm as well. So lots of positives on that front, and yeah, for us, always to be the optimist, always to see the best in the situation.